more you plow, the more things grow. There's a story about a Jew back in Russia who was in prison. He wrote his wife, and they would read all of his letters. In one of her correspondences to him, she says that the winter is coming to an end and we're running out of potatoes. I need to plant potatoes, but the ground is still so hard I can't break the ground. I can't loosen the soil to plant the potatoes. So he writes his wife back and he says, don't touch the ground in our yard because that's where I've hidden all of the weapons. And the next day, a wagon full of soldiers pulls up with shovels and axes and they tear apart the entire yard. Of course, they find nothing and they leave. She writes him back and she says, craziest thing happened. Soldiers came and they tore apart the yard with shovels and axes. He writes her back and says, now you can plant the potatoes. So if you were to take a snapshot of that moment where the soldiers were ripping up the yard, is that destruction or is that productive? If you only knew what the soldiers knew from their perspective, is it destructive or is it productive? But if you understand the big picture, then it wasn't destruction, it was plowing.